coffee metaphors. Okay. Hey guys, we're in Katie's living room today, and we are here for. This is actually where I slept last night. It was very comfy. Katie is a very gracious host. It was very nice.
Will's mom, when you hear that, I did my job.
She did. She represented.
By the way,
her
somebody...
Also, thank you for my Hoya.
I
love
you
it.
for my rosemary plant.
I wasn't even I was hoping that it would come, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna ask. He probably has a lot of stuff. And
well, it's hilarious. I said to my mom, I was like, I don't think she has space for it now. And also, why are you just giving her a random plant? She's like, last time she was here, which by the way was like 4 months ago.
It was longer than that.
Yeah.
It's been like 6 months, and she made a clipping because I fell in love with her Hoya, and I'd never seen a Hoya before.
Hoyas are cool.
They're so flippin'
The only
cool.
reason I know that's because I always put them in my yard in The Sims.
And they're just so beautiful, and hers were blooming, and she goes, I'll make you a cutting of it. And let me tell you, I told my mom about it, and my mom was like, I wonder if when Will comes, he's going to bring you a Hoya clipping. And I was like,
Does
who
he
knows?
talk like that?
Yes, that's exactly what my mother sounds like. And he did bring it, and I know it was because of you, Will's
also
mom.
rosemary, which actually smelled quite nice while I was driving. Okay, so the idea for the stream today is that I was going to have us rank romance tropes through, like, the tier ranker thing that we normally do. But you're not paying attention to me.
Sorry, Chantel said my accessories are amazing. Thanks.
Not bad. She looks kind of like a painted harlot a little bit in person.
In person, I have to put a weird amount of makeup, and then on camera, it barely shows up.
Yeah, it's really weird. It really doesn't.
Maria tries for you guys, though I do not.
Ugh, I hate your easy.
I can't look at myself.
Oh, I
don't.
It was so painful for me for a long time.
Yeah.
If you look at our early videos, I never cut to single shots of me because I hated it.
Yeah.
Eventually, I got used to it, but
I can't if I'm not if I don't have makeup on, because the thing is, I don't look sickly and dying
in real life.
And then on the videos, I'm always like, it's like, is she suffering from a terminal illness? And so I just, because I don't wear makeup, you can ask anyone who, like, my mom calls me sometimes.
Because the mic's
yeah.
My mom calls me sometimes,
Great.
and after the recording, and she'll go, oh, did you just finish a recording? Because I'm wearing makeup. And so,
yeah, she does look, Will's not wrong, she looks like a painted heart.
I look like, the blush is so intense.
She has theater makeup on, which makes sense.
It looks like, if you ever seen, like, Roman makeup from that time period, where it's it's like,
yeah.
painted on.
Yeah.
And it's really, like, the cheeks are just super, like, the amount of blush I have to put on.
But she looks nice on camera. But see, everyone, I just don't do shit for anyone. Not even
I got a haircut for you guys, so you're welcome.
I showered 2 days ago for you guys.
I showered yesterday.
I'm just kidding.
All right, anyway.
I did shower yesterday.
I showered this morning.
Focus, girls. Okay, so I was going to have us do a tier ranking of romance trips. I thought that would be fun, kind of the way we do that. And then I was like, no, it's time to innovate. And here's what I decided to do. We're going to play a version of the Newlywed Game. So I have gotten a bunch of different tropes together, and we're going to spin a wheel that's on the computer, because I didn't want to make an actual wheel. And so, like, for example, Katie, she will pick the first one, and it will come up with, like, friends to lovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you will rate it 1 to 4. And it's 4 because I'll explain in a moment. And then me and Maria each have our
own whiteboards.
We'll pull it out, and whichever of us is closer wins a point. But also, you guys in the chat are going to get to vote, because you can do polls on YouTube chat. And so I will put 1 to... That's why it's 1 to 4 instead of 1 to 5, because 4 is the top options they have. And we will keep score of who of us knows the 3 of us better.
The best.
Name your prize. That's not that. Okay. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm not going to really bother to share the screen, because, like, that you'll just trust us that that's the trope.
Also, this is basically the Newlywed Game.
I said that at the beginning.
Oh, did you really?
Yes.
I was too busy reading.
I don't want H-Bomber guy coming after us. I'm going to continue to make H-Bomber plagiarism jokes for the next 6 months, because that video is great and I've watched it so many times.
God, it's so good. I've just been rewatching a ton of his stuff.
I want to watch the Deus Ex one again on the way drive back.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Wait,
it really is.
What are you guys talking about?
H-Bomber guy is a video essayist, and he does video game analysis, but really in depth. And his Deus was so good. And also, I just watched his oh God, what is that?
It's so wild that you guys are bringing up that game. It's because, like, I was obsessed with it in college.
Yeah.
He has a really good breakdown.
Incredible
Comparing it to the original.
So do you know? So then you've learned the game through the thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but his other one, the pathologic, his
Oh yeah, that one I
oh,
watched even back in the day. People love to talk about that game, and yet nobody really wants to play it. Okay, so the way it's gonna work is that each time a trope is chosen, it'll be taken out of rotation. It doesn't have to be. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea so that we don't just keep?
yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
figure each time the trope comes up, each of us can talk a little bit about our opinion of it. So
Yeah.
it would be okay. So here we go. Also, I'm not checking the chat constantly, so if there's like a question or something that comes up, leave it a couple times. It's fine.
Yeah, and we'll try to go back and find it.
Okay, so
We're spinning.
spinning the wheel of fortune, and this is for Katie,
Oh, okay.
and it is age gap.
Oh no, it's not age gap.
No, it's not. It's
Accidental
accidental
pregnancy. I don't even.
Alright.
I don't even have to.
So, okay, remind me of the rules again.
Scale of 1 to 4.
1 to 4.
4 being amazing, 1 being
We don't.
that's
like.
fucking garbage.
We don't like.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hold on, let me change this then, because otherwise it'll be okay. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and remember, guys, this is for
Katie.
Katie.
For accidental pregnancy.
Should we say 1 is like cringe, ew, 2 is like, oh, not in good taste, 3 is in like, oh, that's average, and
it's-
4
I
is
think
like, that's pretty
It's
good.
your level of enjoyment.
I think it's 4 is I love it, 1 is I hate it, and then the other 2 are like I'm either fond of it or I like its situation.
Yeah, you have it,
We're
yeah.
kind of neutral. Again, 5 would be better, but we can't because of YouTube's shitty technology. Okay, and so we will give everyone a chance. So
I've already written it.
I'm actually a little unsure. So we will go with.
It's either this or I'm pretty sure, but I could have gone too hard.
Okay, let's see. We have 67. How does this work? Why can't? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
most people, 59%, think you're a 1. We have 39% thinking you're a 2, and 4% that think you're a 4.
So
But no 3s?
No 3.
no 3. I will give you guys another
That's so
minute
specific.
30. How many people are in the chat right now?
60 something.
Okay, so that's about half of
86.
you.
86.
So you guys are gonna have to be. Why is the chat? Oh, okay, because I blocked. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm ending the poll at 62%.
Leave a womb empty challenge level impossible. What the fuck?
Why did it disappear? The bullshit. Okay, there we
There
go.
it is.
So, the other thing is that if they get closer than you or I, they get the point. So they're in this.
What do they win?
I don't know. I
Like,
couldn't
it's
think of anything
honor?
good.
Well,
Honor?
think about something.
Honor,
We'll think about it.
duty.
Honor,
Okay,
fine.
so I'm gonna be honest. I don't know Katie that well in this respect, so I put a 3. Maria, what did you put?
1.
A 1. What'd you put, Katie?
Oh my god, Will, you're so funny.
You've got a 3? Gross. I suppose my thoughts on accidental
As a love
pregnancy.
trope, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I was
Ugh,
gonna
I
say.
think
hate
it's
it.
quirky.
Fair. What is a book and or a fan fiction that does accidental pregnancy good?
And if you say Loki, Frost Iron, oh my God.
The answer is Loki Frost Iron. It's 100% Loki Frost Iron, but go ahead and tell us, Katie.
Yeah.
You're off screen, by the way.
I'm so dead. How that killed me. Yeah, no, like, I want no hate. Everyone can just go bite their tongue if they have hate. But once upon a time, I did indeed very much enjoy, and I think it is very well written, even to this day, even though it's a weird ass fucking concept that Tony Stark accidentally gets pregnant.
I knew it.
Jesus Christ, not Loki, the one. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
The one who canonically can turn into
But-
a female body.
But
Yeah.
it's a comedy. It's because in this world, it's like, oh, if two people love each other very much. And so it's like a comedy kind of thing. It's not taking itself crazy seriously, but then the more you read it, the more serious it gets, and it's so good.
So I will say that as in I only like it when the girl gets pregnant by somebody else and then the guy has to kind of take care of her. I think that's sweet.
Look, Valerie.
Yeah, that's cute.
Valerie, and Preg is still Preg.
Katie
but-
had a really intense time down the Frost.
Oh my
Iron.
god, there's so many people that I feel like I just lost
Listen,
respect.
I think the majority of the viewers are like, ew, 1. In which case, we're on the same page, guys.
Also,
yeah.
in the upper right or your left, or whatever, I'm going to be keeping track so far. Will, Maria, and chat.
It is actually not Omegaverse. I don't like most Omegaverse things, but like every now and again, if you can, honestly, look, at the end of the day, if you can just sell me on how good your writing is, and if you've made it sound good, I'll believe in it, because there's so many things I read that I just don't care about. but I ended up caring about it because it was well written. So as much as that's funny, I also do like normal female to male accidental. There's just
Boring.
Watch your tip.
Otherwise, you may end
Jesus
up with an
Christ.
accidental pregnancy. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So the next one is gonna be. Hold on, my browser.
I'm already
is
sweating.
weird.
Take your thing off.
I don't want to.
Oh,
God, I
Jesus
swear to God.
Christ. Am I the only one who was like, wow,
No,
I
you're
put
the
on a
only
nice
non-mentally
outfit.
ill one. You decided to have mentally ill friends. This was a mistake on your part. I've
It
told you
was.
many times. Okay, all right. So the next one is Maria, and we are spinning the wheel of fortune.
What am I gonna get?
You got fake dating.
Fake dating. Okay.
Oh, well,
This will take a second, guys. All right. Fake
So
dating.
can we say is okay.
What?
Can we also include like a fake engagement? Like in that?
it's the same
yes,
concept.
yes. It's,
Yeah,
it's
same
the
concept.
overall. We have to pretend to be in a
Okay,
relationship.
so fake
Okay.
dating.
I'm gonna put. I'm gonna be a little bold here. By the way, this stream sponsored by Dollar Tree. No longer $1 because of shrinkflation. It's now like $1.25 or something like that. Okay, let's see. Let's give chat a little bit longer.
Where are we?
Where are we? They're mostly at 3.
Oh wow.
40 votes. Okay.
I
let's
really
see.
was
42
tempted to
votes,
cheat everyone,
44.
but I didn't.
You gotta keep it closer to the, not vest, but like the boobs.
I
Oh, that's a problem for you. You gotta keep it down here. Okay, guys, we're closing the poll at 3.
somebody said, "Oh, you guys actually exist in the same place."
Everybody gets weirded out by it. It's very funny. We only see each other every once in a while. All right, so chat voted 3. Katie, what did you vote?
3.
I voted 2.
3.
Damn it.
So it's weird, but this one I wouldn't say I love it, but in certain contexts I do quite enjoy it because I like two people in a position where they have to do the things of pretending to be in love, but then they actually learn to like each other. I find it very cute. I like it much more than like enemies to lovers or like that kind of setting.
That
because
makes a lot of sense.
you spend enough time with each other that you have to get to know each other, and I find it very compelling. I'm trying to think of a good example of it.
All of the examples for all these tropes that I'm gonna like are fic because none of the books we
Yeah.
have read have any of them. But yeah, I like fic
I want you
dating
to know
too.
the only reason I knew it was a 3 was because of the types of K dramas you've watched.
Yeah. So there's been a few K dramas that this falls into. There was one that was like the first. So my big problem with K dramas is I like it for the first 6 episodes, and then after the first 6 episodes, most K dramas get really melodramatic. But there's been a couple that do that. I would say a movie that I thought was cute. I don't actually think it's a good movie, but it's like a nice mindless comfort watch. Is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which is just like, I don't know. It's a cute. It's
It's
cute.
a trope. It's a trope, and it's
Yeah,
like it works, and you like it.
And I also just like that main actor. I find him very charming.
Oh, the guy with the curly hair.
Yeah,
He's been in a couple of good ones.
Yeah,
He's
so
better
fun.
than the things he's in a lot of the
He
time.
is. I wish he would get an actual because he just got like pigeonholed as teen love interest, and I'm like, please get him out of that.
Okay, let's go then with.
Wait, can I just say something real quick?
Mhm.
Is there any way we can give Chad a turn?
Where they can vote.
They can only have like.
1 vote, whoever's the most, and we have to guess chat itself.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that could be fun. Okay.
Yeah,
Because I see so many people saying, "Oh, I accidentally voted my own feelings," and I'm like, "Shit, yeah, let's include them."
Okay, so what we'll do here then is it's me, and then we'll do, and then
The
that's,
chat.
and what I'll do is I'll vote, and then I just not
And
look at it.
yeah, and we have to guess what your preferences are.
And nobody's gonna cheat by taking a look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for right now,
It's your turn.
why do you guys keep switching the phone over?
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, okay.
It's easier than looking at the computer.
Okay.
I can't read from here because I'm old now. What is the next one? Playboy? What does
so
that mean?
That's where the boy is the
A
one
rake.
who's like he's a rake, exactly. Let's see.
Ooh, for you?
Yes, for me. So that's gonna be interesting for you guys.
Well, that depends on who the Playboy is. That's like highly subjective.
And thus we must vote.
Everyone just know it's highly subjective. Because remember, everyone, he doesn't like bitchy boys.
He does not.
So again, my 4 is love, 1 is hate, 2 is fond of, and then 3 is fond of, and then 2 is like situationally dependent. But usually you have to write it well. So chat is at, let's see, 32 votes. Let's wait for like another 10. Can we get 10 more?
Can we get 10 more? All right, we're waiting for 10 more. 10 more people. We're waiting for 10 more people.
I just needed you to look.
That's actually her normal accent that she talks in.
No, it is not, everyone.
It's part of her heritage, and it's a ethnic. Okay, so chat is agreed at 2. Okay, Kate.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
At 2 and yeah.
It was
I don't hate it, but
once you specifically said situationally, I was like, it's 2.
I knew it was 2 before he even said
No,
that.
me too, but
it's really more like a 1.5.
It is.
But everyone voted the same thing, so it's not really important. I usually don't like the guy to be the high-strung one.
Yeah.
But I do think it can be kind of cute when, like, if he has, like, a legitimate reason for, like, trauma and weirdness. Also, guys, try to look at the camera more. We're interacting. You're not on your phones.
Sorry,
So the way I'm
like
doing this,
reading
by
the
the way,
comments.
is I realized I had put chat instead of Katie, so it's Katie, and then YouTube is chat. I'm giving 1 point for everyone that you get right, regardless of, like, because it's not like
I
there's
got
a
2
close
right.
enough. Yeah, I'm putting them down.
Oh, now you're doing it. I was like, I got 2 right.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this is that I am going to pick, we're going to do a trope, and then I'm going to put the name of the trope in the chat, and then you're going to vote on the one that you like, and
chat.
the 3 of us are going to...
We're going to
Yes.
guess the preferences of our audience.
Yes.
Yes, so we are
Let's
spinning,
see, oh
we are
boy.
spinning, and we got...
The yellow one. No, the green one.
Okay, we have size difference. This is
What
like...
does that mean?
Small girl, big
Small boy,
small
the-
boy, big girl.
I was thinking 2 dudes with 2 different sized dicks.
Nope,
Yeah,
that wasn't it.
I know, that's what I thought as well, but
Nope.
that is not what it is.
Okay, so big person, little person, go.
Big person, little person, yeah, that kind of a thing.
I think I know you. I think I
No
know
chat?
you. I actually probably don't at all, but I think I do.
I think I do too. Don't nobody look.
I'm not looking.
I'm not doing
Our
a sheet.
answers are down. You're literally looking at it, and it's.
Oh,
in
can you
neon
tell? I can't
blue.
read. I can't read it.
What are our thoughts on it? I personally,
Yeah.
think it's cute.
I love it because it plays into the monster
Yeah,
boyfriend and or
exactly.
monster girlfriend.
I'm fine with it, but like, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
I do tend to prefer the more heteronormative version where the man is a taller one, unless it's monster girlfriend, and then I think it's cute.
Oh, it's hella cute.
Or
that
if
way.
she's taller, I think that's cute. Too.
I also like
But much
taller.
taller.
I like taller girls with shorter guys. There's
I think
just
that's cute,
something
yeah.
about the like, and also like the guys that are like like mwah.
Legends and lattes, for as far as 2 women go, like really wanted the size difference to be more of a cutesy romantic trope in the story.
It never plays in.
It never plays
It
in.
never
Uh,
comes
But
into
also,
play.
what's his face and what's her face from Game of Thrones? Brienne and
I thought you were going to say
Jamie
Danny
Tormund.
and the Dothraki guy, and I was like,
No.
that is a little problematic, Katie.
no, Tormund and Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
It is really cute too when it's like 2 huge people.
I like me a big woman. Like every time he's in the back, like Game of Thrones doesn't really do comedic relief, but Tormund was comedic relief.
Tormund was more so than in the books where he's funny, but he's also a serious character.
All right,
Okay, that's enough time. They voted 2.
Oh,
I was close.
I voted
3.
1.
Oh,
Our chat is a lot less thirsty than 3 of us, is what I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
And they're a lot less weird than we are, so I'm the only one who wins that.
What? No,
when that was
none of us win it.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. No. I didn't think for a minute about. I thought we were still on the 5 scale.
no, yeah.
Yeah, no.
In which case, I would have.
You made the rules.
Okay, so now we are back to Katie.
Katie.
And again, remember that this is this is like what does she like, not what you're. This setting up this poll every time is going to be very annoying, guys. I'm
I
sorry,
can
but
see
couldn't
that,
think
I'm
of a better
sorry.
way to do that.
Wealth gap. I
Yeah.
know what William's answer to this would have been.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh God, he loves
So,
class
only
differences.
only if she's
That's
rich. I don't
upsetting.
like it when she's
if
poor.
the girl is rich and the boy comes from
Wait,
poor
so
means,
like from like our video on Guards, where the dragon lady had tons of money and the guard guy.
Yeah, I
like,
actually did think that was kind of cool.
that was actually.
And then also
really
was a little bit of
adorable.
a size difference. I don't think like she was bigger than him,
No,
but I
but
did
she
like
was
she was a
big.
big lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was
no, Will loves
Everyone, you should go watch our video on Guards. But before you do
Wait,
that,
this is you. You need to write down your answer.
but before you do that, you should go read Guards because it's actually really good.
It's cute.
Okay. Wealth gap.
Okay, let's see where chat is at. Chat so far is at they're on 3. And again, they mostly pick like it's 50 votes, but it's well ahead. So I will say that I think it's a 2. I think Katie could like it situationally, but I don't think it's like one of her kinks, if you know what I mean.
I also put a 2.
She also put a 2, and Katie put a 1.
A 1.
All right, so you
Ooh.
and I get 1.
We do?
Because
Well, aren't they equally? Oh, wait, but didn't
They
they, do
put
3?
3.
They put 3.
Oh, that is yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
I think the rules are slightly.
It's not that I hate it. I just literally it does nothing for me.
Yeah, it's not her thing. It's because she has such a wealth. Well, there's a
You
joke.
mean like I'm the poor
There's
person?
a
and
joke
he's
somewhere
the
in
rich
there, and I
person?
can't quite figure it out. And I'm sorry, guys. It's my fault. What do you feel about it, Maria? Because you're actually the one who doesn't.
So wealth gap for me is kind of like neutral. If it's done well, I like it, but it's one of those things where I like it more when you look at the class side of it, like what the wealth gap does.
That's different.
Yes.
That's different.
But that's what I mean. Like for me, that's what a wealth like if it's done well, because most people that are wealthy that have grown up wealthy, you're dealing with a different class
Then-
situation and having to bridge that, like a Darcy-esque person having to like appreciate.
Is that what we're including in this concept?
100%?
Chat wins.
No, because you already wrote it down. It's
You
a
already
wealth
wrote
gap.
it down.
Explicit.
All in your mind. Know that you truly read my heart.
Okay, so this is Maria.
Oh, I know the answer to
And
this
we're gonna-
question.
and it
it's a
is-
hard.
Mentor and student. And here's the thing.
My facial expression might have gave it
I
away
didn't
really
see it.
quickly. I'm
too.
sorry.
Me too.
I'm sorry, guys. They know. Chat's got it.
I think we all got this.
Mentor. We'll still give it a moment.
Let's look at it in a moment. I will say that personally, I mostly don't like it. There's one case where I do like it, and that's because I just read some really good fanfic of it, and now I find that specific relationship cute. Specifically, it's from the Dresden Files, guys, and it was Molly Dresden, which he knew her as a child, which always kind of weirded me out, and I always thought it was like a little bit of a weird, like male fantasy, but then I read fanfic from her perspective, and it was very angsty, and I was like, oh, I'm back on board.
See, it really does depend on the writer. It's because I personally, at bare minimum, think that this is a power play, just like kind of like the rich and poor thing, and it becomes apey, if you know what I mean, like in that instance, and it becomes more like, look, if you like espionage and that kind of thing, for the type of tenseness that type of interaction and romance creates, yeah, I could see how people would be there for it. But in general, I think it's kind of icky, and that's how I feel about mentors and students.
Okay, and chat is at a 1. Maria, would you like to reveal your choice?
1.
Yeah, I put 1.
Anyone who saw my face.
I didn't see your face.
I didn't either. So chat had a.
I'm the farthest away, everyone.
A 4? Katie!
Katie, my God!
So the problem is most mentor and student
Yeah.
things have an age gap so I don't mind age gaps if like everyone's 28 and above. Like a 28-year-old and a 38-year-old, I don't care. That's fine. Absolutely. But when it's like a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old, me no like. When it is like a professor and a student.
My
What,
problem
United's
is,
Pretty Little Liars?
yeah, so my
I
problem
hate it.
is that, like, we'll talk about it later, why I chose what I chose.
Yes.
I mean, I think, again, if they were of an appropriate age,
Listen,
I think
if it
Maria
was-
can find
If
it.
it was like a like 2 high schoolers and one was joining like cheerleading squad for the first time and they had like their mentor who was like a year older or like that
and
kind
a
of
hot
thing.
lesbian.
I wasn't thinking that, but sure.
Okay, all right, fine.
But anyway, like so, like if it's mentor and mentee and they're of a similar
Also,
mental,
Valerie
that's
keeps
different.
making the point Maria uprooted, which is
yes. But listen, I get. Listen, I I talked about in there how I did not love that romance initially, and how it is not a romance I like that off the bat. I don't like. What I do like about that one is they end up in very similar power dynamics by the end of the book.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's more like Grumpy Sunshine than it is
Yeah, it is
necessarily
more-
Mentor. Like that energy isn't there.
See, look, Valerie, you and I think we're on the same page of thinking about this from a different perspective for Maria. Me as her like lifelong friend, but also you as somebody who picked up on some of the videos, because I have seen her like those relationships, but again, they are literally actually adult relationships.
Yes,
in
and
Sid
I like-
Harris. And I didn't think about it, even though I literally
Well,
said it.
there's
but
a
it's-
certain amount of ambiguity in
Yeah.
the question that I
Yeah.
knew going in,
But
that
for
makes it
me,
spicy.
unfortunately, the trope itself, mentor student, the fact that it says student on its own, there is an inherent age gap to it, and the people who like that trope are there for
Should
the
it have
age
been like
gap.
mentor apprentice?
Yeah.
yeah, basically. at that
Mentor
point.
mentee, because then that associates similar, because unfortunately mentor student implies a lesser
Yeah.
power dynamic, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I
One
don't
of the
either.
reasons I
Same
liked
reason.
about Uprooted is that it is like by the end of it she is in as equal power as him,
Yeah.
and they're in a really good
Yes.
position by the end of it. I don't like the points at which he
No.
has power over her, because I just
It
I
feels
don't like
gross.
it.
It feels
icky.
gross.
Yeah, I feel that. I get that. All right, so for me,
Mhm.
we have
Drunken hookup. I actually don't know. I have the worst indigestion. Sorry. It's from the soda.
Oh,
But anyway,
yeah. So that is a drunken hookup.
I don't know if I got this right.
Well, why don't you guys talk about your thoughts about it?
Okay.
So me personally, I would say kind of neutral. If it's done well, I think it's a fun thing, but I generally don't love. So I'm okay with two people are both drunk. I'm much more okay with that. I do not like when one of them, male or female, is intoxicated and the other person is sober. Nay, we do not like that in these parts.
A consent queen.
A consent queen. But if both people are drunk, I like potentially, if it's done well, the introspection that it can have after the fact. But it also is just done very badly. And I hate the moment where like they wake up and they're like.
I know what you mean. Okay, so chat is in agreement that 53% of you believe.
I didn't even give my opinion on it.
Oh no, good point. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I think it's icky. The reason I think it's icky is because I hate all the drama that comes afterwards, the day after, and then the week after, and then the 3 weeks after, and then they start slowly warming up to each other after they've already had the sex. I don't want that. I want sex later. I don't want sex at the beginning. However-
no, we're in this is a public live stream.
However, if it is
Keep it Christian.
hush. If it is a slow burn and it's like, oh wait, but like 3/4 the way or 2/4 the way,
Again,
half the way through something where they're like, oh, we got drunk and then we slept together, but we already know each other. That's different for me. It's because then that's like, oh, so that's the instigation to the physical intimacy part of it, and I'm okay with that.
to be clear, in this, I'm imagining this to be both of them drunk.
Yeah,
So no
yeah,
consent issue.
Yeah.
If it's one of them is drunk, I prefer the
I feel like that helped me.
oh, we are
feel better about
I'm a
this.
knight and I will respect your boundaries.
Yeah,
I actually like that trope more than this trope, funnily enough.
All right, so what
Um,
did you?
What's your answer?
3. 3, and chat picked
2.
2. All right, so that is 1 for Maria.
Chat, you
So-
and I did pretty good. I think, considering how blind I went into that.
The thing about it is that I think it can be fun.
Yeah.
Because
I remember you liking some things.
yeah,
I've never
I
seen a
think it-
situation where he's liked it.
well, we don't share as much fanfic as we should. Yeah, I think it can be fun. I think it's one of those tropes that's like sharing a bed, which is fun but overplayed.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
not really. I think if it's a little more nuanced, I hate that we will hook up thing that I hate.
I
So
guess
any
so.
movie version of it I don't like. But in terms of like fic, if it's done intelligently. I actually like it.
Somebody said, what about drunk hookup that leads to accidental pregnancy, though? Fair enough. I actually do like that.
Is that how Tony got pregnant?
Yes.
I hate so
Fucking
much
hell.
about this. Okay.
Chat, it's your turn.
All right. So again, remember for this one, guys, that this is you guys voting on whether you like a thing.
And what is it? What is the theme? What shall it be?
Soulmate.
Soulmate.
That's a good
Okay.
one. That's a good one. I already know the answer.
Okay.
I'm probably. Oh,
I feel pretty confident about you
Nobody
guys.
look at it.
If you're on, I've already written my answer. I'm not changing it.
Can I see?
My cat.
I already wrote mine.
You can't change it.
I haven't actually written mine yet.
Yeah, go.
Wow, we have very interesting
Okay.
perspectives.
If they're fans of our channel, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
You can't be a fan of our
Oh
channel.
wait, but wait, are we including like dirty enjoyment or critical enjoyment?
I mean, it's a mix of
Just
both. It's a mix of the two.
Just
Fine,
enjoy
I'm
it.
gonna slightly.
No.
No.
We're gonna leave it. I will say that I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I think it works a little bit better in fic, where you already have the contextualization, like we were talking about.
Okay, so that's
This
what
is like a fun
It's
thing,
true.
not yeah. And sometimes if it can be like the ages kind
No,
of a
but
fic,
no,
I
I do
like.
want. I do actually.
You have to
genuinely
remember,
change
some of our
this.
audience are probably like might be readers and they might be applying it to books, not necessarily just
Yeah.
fan fiction.
There's a certain amount of ambiguity here. What do you think of it, Maria?
I hate soulmates. I hate it. I hate the lack of agency it gives a couple.
Yeah.
It
I hate-
depends. I've read it well. I've read it done well.
It's
No,
just
no,
one of
it's
those
true.
things where even in real life, I hate people who think soulmates exist. I don't
mean-
hate them, but I just hate
Yeah,
it.
that's strong
I
fucking
hate
thing
it
to
as
say.
a concept.
I hate it like I hate people who like are into astrological signs.
Yeah.
Like,
It
if you're
also-
really hot, I'll
I
deal
mean, it
with
does.
it. But
No. It just doesn't exist, but it's still a romantic notion to me.
I just don't like it because it just takes agency
Yeah,
away.
no, that's my
I
thing
much
too.
prefer feeling like, oh, these are two characters who just based on personality, chemistry,
or
and
even their
themselves.
upbringing.
fell in
Like
love.
they're not necessarily. The only time I've actually really liked it is in Avatar. There's not a theory, but a thing I read once that Zuko is actually supposed to be part of the gang in every incarnation of
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
but
I
he
know.
wasn't in this one. I like that. I think
Yeah.
that's cute. Like, oh, this is the time
But
that it didn't work
See,
out.
that's what I'm considering though with some of these.
But soulmates,
Well, this is about them.
soulmates
It's
is
romance.
romance.
Yeah.
exactly.
This is a romance. So chat put
I put my genuine feelings.
by
down.
37%. 3 was the next top one. And this is kind of what I thought was going to happen, is that I think a lot of you don't like it because you're drawn to our channel where we're fairly negative on it. But a lot of you are also trash.
This is my true feelings
I
on
put
it.
2.
Originally, I put a 4.
I put 1. So me
I
and
put
Maria
one.
get.
The thing is I've just seen it done very well, and I'm really just thinking about the ones that I really
So-
enjoy.
For me, it's one of those where, like, I'm sure if it was done really well, I would like it. And I like the one where it's two people who, like, they've been told they're going to be soulmates and they don't want to be, and they avoid
But
each
then they end
other.
up falling in love with each other genuinely.
and I
so
like-
that's
I
why
like when
works
it
out.
becomes-
That's what I'm thinking
But,
of.
but
though.
but that's for me. That's not
That's
actually
different.
soulmates, because what it
Yeah.
is it becomes that they were people use the term soulmates, but it's actually because they were just a great love.
Yeah,
And so I'm okay with that, but I hate the idea of
I get
like
that.
we're bonded together.
Yeah,
It
no.
was only you.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that stuff ends
Yeah, a
up
lot of
getting-
people in the chat are agreeing.
Yeah, all of that stuff ends up becoming very apey.
Ooh, what's
Um,
the score? Some people are asking.
It'll show up in a second. It was mostly 1 at 30.
No, this
8%?
score.
Oh, the score right now is I have 4, Maria has 4, Katie has 2, and YouTube has 3. So
Sorry, Katie.
I mean, the thing about it is, including chat is fun, but like, it also kind of screws up the idea of which of us knows the others better.
No, it'll still win.
Someone said, Moras de la Paz says, from this live stream, I realized Katie is me.
She's always doing her laundry when we're doing this, which I like. I like soulmates, and I like subversion of soulmates.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is I've seen a couple where it's like soulmates, where it's like, as in, there were people that saw the future, saw that something really great would happen because of this union, and therefore the union became legendary in and of itself. And so, like, I'm kind of being wish-wash
So,
with that.
so
No, I
that
get
one
that.
for me, I don't consider soulmates. Soulmates, I consider it as, like, mating
We were-
bonds.
Yes.
I did not think of it that way. Otherwise, I would think mating bonds, like, literally.
No, yeah, I mean, it's the trope, so it's kind of both.
Now, mating bonds, I think, is a hard 0 for me. I've read a lot of it, too.
And for me, the soulmates just goes into that because, like, if we use Akatar as an example, they refer to it as soulmates and a mating bond. Like, the vibe is
And they
there.
keep calling each other mates.
It's
Yeah.
really weird how...
I hate it.
Like,
Can
I'm
we
okay
just-
with it in Ice Planet Barbarians, because it's like, oh, this
Well,
is a
that's different.
biological thing that happens.
No,
through
but in
pheromones.
Akatar...
Yeah, and they're not necessarily in love. Like,
Right.
you can hate someone that you have a mating bond
It's
with.
so funny how much we kind of like Ice Planet Barbarians all
In
told.
retrospect,
old.
in retrospect, absolutely.
No, the Akatar stuff seems really weird, though. It's because it's like a mixing of genres, you know? It's because it starts with, like, oh, this is, like, fairyland in, like, a fairy world. And it's like, Tithe, or it's like White Cat, or it's like that one series that really depressed me. I don't know, something about winter or something. But anyway, all these urban fairy fantasy tales. That's what it starts off in essence of. And then it turns into this weird, like, we're bat people demon things. And we, like, have mating bonds. Like, it just, whatever.
Becca Milima says, soulmates, how it's used in a lot of stories, comes across as acephobic or aerophobic a lot of the time. I see this as an arrow ace. Yeah, I mean, I think the more enlightened version of that is, like, it's not necessarily a sex thing.
No,
and then even then, if you're aromantic,
spiritual.
you could say, you know, like...
It's a partnership.
There's a really great book called Twilight, where it's more that when they imprint on a young person,
that
it's
is
more about being in their lives than
so
it
gross.
is...
Until they become of age, and then they want to be.
No, it could just be about being in their lives.
No.
According to Jacob wasn't gonna fuck her daughter.
Yes,
I don't...
but eventually, he literally talks about Jacob.
No,
I
know,
watched the
it was
video.
sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
It's so annoying. That book. I just rewatched.
Twilight's gross.
I watched
I haven't watched it
ContraPoints.
yet.
I watched
I haven't watched that one
ContraPoints
yet.
video on it, but also I watched
The book, I loved it so
Princess
much.
Weeks did a good one on it.
I haven't really delved into her stuff, even though Lindsay Ellis is on it.
Yo.
Okay, so next one is for
Mhm.
Katie, and it is Hurt Comfort. And I think that
I'm
this
done.
will be
I
interesting.
know. I vote quick, guys.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, this is what
My
he
answer
thinks.
would surprise you.
No, it won't. I am Hurt Comfort trash, and Maria isn't. That's the big... Yeah, no. I love angst of any type. I love anything kind of dark.
Let me tell
Maria
you.
is a
Okay,
normal,
wait.
well-adjusted
You
individual.
guys get to all have a piece of Katie's soul. All right, you ready?
No,
Story
no.
time, everyone.
No, not yet. We need to give them a little more time to vote. Because we are at 48 votes.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
Look.
And all of them are guessing 4. And that's winning by a lot. And I think that's what Maria put. And I think that's what I put.
And I'm gonna argue you're wrong. She's wrong. It's not a 3. It's a lie.
Sorry, you're overruled.
She's overruled. It's a 4. I know so much about the shit she loved, and her favorite Frost Iron fics are the one that had Hurt Comfort in it. Like it's
A piece of Katie's soul. A piece of Katie's soul, everyone.
we all win.
One of the dumbest things I've ever read in my life. Like, genuinely, it is such a dumb, weird combination of themes. But I don't care. It was written so well. And even to this day, literally a year and a half ago, it's still written well. That I'm like, damn, it just, like, you got me, I guess. But it is Avengers.
Of course.
But everybody in the universe has wings.
What?
And so all of their wings are different based off their species. And so there are some people with wings that are beautiful and big.
Somebody
and
gets their
golden.
wings and stuff.
Excuse you. It's like actually no, nobody's wings get, but there is Hurt Comfort. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say we're talking about Hurt Comfort.
I literally get a full scene at one point of one character basically like what's the word when preening or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Grooming. I have there's literally like a whole chapter on one character grooming another character who's gone through a wound, and it's like just pure taking care of the other human being, and I'm just like, God damn, you got me.
That 3 was an absolute lie. I saw her write it, and I went, I don't know who the fuck she thinks she's fooling. It is a trope she loves,
But it's become cheesy is the problem.
Yes.
Lately.
but the thing is, it's a trope.
That's why I did genuinely put it at
The
3.
thing is, I don't love it in non-fanfic because a this times it's done.
I don't like it in non-fanfic.
No.
I only like it
I
in
was
fanfic.
I was answering in
In
fanfic
yeah.
because
This is just like a whole video on how much we love fanfic.
2 of you.
They do. I was seeking out some new fan fiction based off of a pairing.
Valerie goes, Katie's bad at this game.
Maria's got our back.
I do, guys. Don't worry. I know. I'm here.
What do you mean I'm bad at this game? I called them on their first 2 rounds.
That's true. No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. By the way, guys, when all 3 of the people get it right, I'm not just putting a point down. 'cause that
So
was the point.
Chantel says, and Katie, you feel free to answer this.
Yes.
Is Hurt Comfort when a character nurses the love interest back to health?
It's basically any incarnation of that, whether that's like a big hurt and a big comfort, or it's a small hurt
And it
and
can
a small
also be like they've gone through something mentally trying, and you need to like bring them out of
And it's
their
just-
dark place.
honestly, it's just two people comforting each other, but one
Or one of them comforting the other.
yeah, like
And-
it's just
Well,
basically
the-
emotional.
The comfort part is the
intelligence.
part you like. They just need to do the hurt part to get to there.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
it's the emotional care and caring for someone, and also the separation. It's not sexual. It's giving.
No.
It's personal. It's all of that. Like
Yeah, if
when
sexual
I tell
comes into it, it becomes
icky, and that all of that is so
childhood abuse, my
I know.
guys. Childhood abuse.
and she just like if you do something nice to Katie where you take care of her after something bad, she's immediately just like
I'm gonna kick her in the leg this trip and then be like, "Oh, I can take care of you, Katie."
Okay, look, it doesn't mean I want to be part of like
No, that's actual abuse.
What's
but
that
yes.
one movie? What's that one movie where the chick, like the crazy chick, has the author and
Oh
keeps
my
him in bed?
God,
Oh,
misery.
Yeah, no, I'm not
No,
like
no, no.
misery stuff.
But if something happens to happen and you
It all it is in the end of the at the end of the day is all the people who have gone through things that didn't get enough support are like, yo, I like it when it's in my romance, baby.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. I'm very fond of it.
the
as
two
well.
of them,
Again,
absolutely.
As the old people. Okay, so wait, when all three of us get something right, should I mark that down as 1 point for all of us or no points?
1 point for all of
One
us.
point for all.
1 point. Okay,
for all.
so 1 point for all. So I think I missed one of those earlier, but we're just gonna ignore that. Okay.
Oh, Chantal literally said like misery. She healed the hell out of his broken legs. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean
No,
that's the thing
that
is
does
that
not.
that's
If you're inflicting the hurt,
it's just abuse.
Just said Katie can't even answer her own questions correctly.
That's
Jesus, let me
really
just go get
funny.
water. Jesus.
All right,
No.
we're taking a brief break, guys. As Katie gets water.
Oh my
I'm
God.
dying.
That's really funny. I like how I just overruled her.
Yeah, it was wrong. Like I love her to bits, but it was a lie.
Okay, guys, how are you guys liking this? How's the stream going? Any issues? The score so far is I have 5, Maria has 5, Katie has 2, and Chet has 4. But again, she could stage a comeback.
Yeah, she could.
By the way, are there other game shows you'd like me to rip off for this? Is there other tropes? I picked romance ones because there's so many, but there are different ones we could pick in the future.
I think we also should do I think the chat, like the viewers should give like a who would be most likely to blank. And then we
Oh,
have to
yes,
guess
that's
who of the
true.
3 of us would do it. Like who
Oh,
has the
that's
best
so
sense
funny.
of
We should do
humor?
that tomorrow.
Who holds a grudge the longest?
I would be so down.
No, Maria's gone tomorrow morning, remember?
You guys, I mean, if you want to do it,
No, it's not fun if it's
No.
2.
I am going to the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, I saw a version of that, which is that you answer who it is, but they don't know what the question is, and if they want to know what the question you pick them for is, you have to drink. It's like a drinking game.
That's too much.
No,
But-
no.
But we're not drinking, so that doesn't work.
No,
but I saw a
drinking.
version of
No,
How about taking a hit?
I don't drink.
no,
Taking a hit of weed.
no,
From a vape.
no,
from a vape.
I don't do that, Mom.
no.
Okay.
But
You just cut it.
Don't remind me of Shadow Daddy. I'm so sick of that. Yeah, so him breaking her arm kind of breaks that a little bit.
Wait,
what?
Wait, what was that for?
Shadow. Oh, you know what? Shadow Daddy, I think is Zayden. I was thinking it was Rice Sand.
no, I think it is rice sand.
Yeah, doesn't he break what's her face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm saying in the chat, I think they were talking. I don't know. I
God
got
damn.
mildly
Okay,
confused. I'm not
so-
able to pay a lot of attention to
Hope
chat.
to dust. Did someone say weed?
Childhood sweetheart.
But this
Oh,
is
this is
for
for me.
Maria.
Oh man, I thought it was for you.
No, that would be just a layup. I love Childhood Sweethearts. It's
He
like
does.
my favorite
It's
thing.
one of his.
You're so
It would have been
cute.
a 4 for
I
sure.
just like it.
He
You're so
loves
cute.
it,
I just
especially
like
if they've
it.
grown apart. Oh, and they come back and they haven't
Thanks.
seen each
Will's
other in
so
years.
cute. Will is so cute.
I am.
He's every American movie. American romantic drama movie. That is
His
childhood sweethearts.
Yeah, I guess that's
I
true.
would say if you've watched any like historical stuff set in the Regency, a lot of that is
Oh
gonna hit.
yes, yes.
Like, a lot of that is
yes.
gonna
I
hit.
am. Yeah, no, I'm trash for that. Really like the movie version of Mansfield Park. That one's a cute one.
I've never seen the movie version of
It's good. It's very different than the book. The book is super boring, so the movie makes it more
It is
interesting.
one of my least favorite of Austen's.
Katie, what do you think of childhood sweethearts as a trope?
Okay, so based off of execution of what I've seen and things, it always ends up being really bad. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a good childhood sweetheart thing that
Yeah.
comes to mind. If you could tell me one, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm for that.
Persuasion.
Oh, that's. But I'm not considering like that. I'm thinking of
I don't
like.
know if it's childhood. That's more
Yeah,
like
that's like more like young
interrupted
adulthood.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, that's not childhood.
Yeah.
See, when I
that's a
think of
different trope.
childhood sweethearts, I think of like, for example, what's her face from Shadow and Bone or whatever. Isn't that what it's called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Alina,
God, that
and
was
Maul.
awful.
But they weren't childhood sweethearts. They were just best friends.
Yeah, but that's childhood. it's
No,
like-
no, no. Childhood sweethearts are when you're like,
No!
we'll
So
grow up.
then
and-
how many childhood sweetheart
Okay, so
stories
this
do
is
we
like
know?
non. I thought childhood sweethearts was like any.
We've known each other since
Yeah.
childhood.
No,
and
that's
been a little
childhood
sweet
best.
each other.
That's childhood best friends. That's a different trope.
That's
guys.
sweethearts though. That's kind of
Okay.
sweethearts.
Chat.
For the
weigh in.
purposes of this, Maria is saying it's a non, or it is
Oh,
a
okay.
romantic connection with.
Yeah, so when they're young and they're like, we'll get married when we're older, and they're like they make the pinky promise.
Oh,
yeah,
Are we? He's
see?
like,
Cloud and
Don't
Tifa,
worry.
Valerie.
don't worry. Like, and so a perfect example is like a bad example is what's its face?
Yeah.
Vampires of El Norte.
Yeah,
It's-
up
it's-
here saying, does this explain? I don't know where it is, but does this explain Will's rage at Vampires
Rage at
Monthly?
Eleanor.
Yes.
Oh,
I-
really?
I hate it so much.
Because it's a bad
bad trope,
it's
so-
a bad
that
childhood
means
sweetheart.
somebody in our chat actually understands you on a level.
Yeah, all you have to do is watch
Yeah.
that video.
I was very clear about how I annoyed that.
No, childhood sweethearts is where they have a crush on each other, they like each other, there's
Okay.
vague romance, nothing.
I see. I
Intense.
see what you mean.
It's not childhood best friends. That's a completely
That
different
is
trope.
different. That is
Okay,
different.
all right, fine. It's not a completely.
I'm not
different
gonna
trope.
change
It is
my
a
opinion.
completely different trope.
There's also the trope where they're like, oh, we don't like each other as
Mhm.
kids, but they actually. Anyway, so Chantel wants to know, hey, Will, does Song of Achilles count as childhood sweethearts? Again, a reason that book
Chantel.
needs to die in a
Chantel,
fire.
stop.
How dare you?
Chantel, stop.
Okay,
You heard
so
him.
I think that chat has voted, and they say 3
Oh wow.
for Maria.
And what do you say, William?
I say
first.
2.
I say 2. Is it 2?
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
I neither naturally love nor hate it, but if it is done well, I'll
Situational.
enjoy it.
That's what I've been going
Exactly.
by from your explanation.
Exactly.
Situational.
It's situational for that. If it's done well and the rest of the
Because
story
that's how
is
I
good,
feel about it.
I can enjoy it, and I think it can be done well. But it's not like I don't go like, "Ooh,
Give me
childhood
some of that."
sweethearts." Like,
All right, William.
well, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading some of the
That
chat.
one would have been easy. That would have been a 4 for Will.
Though I think I actually do like the more childhood friends,
Friends,
version
you do.
of that.
I would say that would be
but-
the 4, and this would be the 3.
Yeah, that's a good point. But childhood sweethearts.
He likes the angst of it, where they become adults and they've separated, they've become slightly different
Yes.
people, and they have to reacquaint each other. And they're like, do they even remember how they felt about me back then? Did I imagine it? Oh, he loves that shit.
Oh my god.
That'll be interesting.
Hate sex.
Hate sex.
Yeah, hate sex, guys. I'll put a poll in half a second. Okay, and this again is for me, William. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Let's see.
Yeah, let's.
I'm having to search my feelings.
I had an answer, but then I decided to go for it.
Okay, I'm writing down my answer now. Maria, what are your thoughts?
I wouldn't say it's one I love. I would say it's a 2 for me. It's situational. I think it can be done well. And if it's really like, if the writing of it is well, and if there's a little smidge of shame attached, I'm much more
Interesting.
into it. But
Katie, what are your thoughts?
On a side note, everyone, these boards are so cheaply made. I can see the hot
Okay,
glue.
all right. Okay, we're being sponsored by the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree mistreating employees. Go ahead. John Oliver did a whole thing wrong.
I find hate sex to be great for pornography, and and situational for romance. So I
Yes.
would say, as far as a literary perspective of it goes, it's 2 for me,
Yeah.
just like her.
Yep.
In general,
porn.
great pornography.
Well, porn or smut?
Both.
Both.
It's the same thing.
I
One's the written, one's the video.
Well, but see, video though is like a different genre. That's
no,
not
both are
really-
great. Like, it's so hot if you can just like write it well.
So okay, so we chat is saying 3.
Ooh, they're very mixed.
So I'm gonna end poll. And my answer is. Oh wait, no, hold on. You guys have to give your answer.
Yes,
first.
we do.
So I put a 3 originally, but then I went 4.
Yeah, I went 3. And
yeah,
here's
I
the
knew
thing.
you would go through.
Here's the reason it's 3 instead of 4. I've never actually read a good example of
Yeah.
it. I've read.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was the thing.
I figured.
Yeah.
And that's why I
But the
originally
thing is,
put
you
3.
like it though.
I originally put 3 because I was like, I can't remember recently, but I was like, but I know he likes it as a concept.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah, and it is adjacent to other things that I like more than almost anything else. So I think,
I know.
but the thing is, it's just it
I
hasn't
feel
been done well.
despite the fact that you put 3, I feel very confident.
Oh, are
in
we
my
doing an
4.
overruling here?
I would overrule it. I the trope itself, not it in practice, I would say is a 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
it
trope
is.
itself.
Okay, all right,
It
sorry
is.
guys. Sorry guys.
Him. I know you too well. I know him.
I also, in this aspect of your life, I do know.
Okay, all right. This is a Christian podcast.
Overruled.
All right.
High five.
Bitchy girl adjacent. Yes, that is. accurate.
Exactly.
It is. I'm telling you. guys.
Exactly.
It's a 4. He can
It
say
speaks
what
for
he wants.
itself.
Screwed arc. Okay, so this one next is for you guys in
For
the chat
the chat.
to say what you like. Let's do. Set this up. And we have bad girl and good boy. So
What?
basically because on a bunch of the tropes they had bad boy and good girl, and I was like, okay, but there's also an inverse of
Yeah.
that. And so what we think chat.
What we think chat would like.
I'm gonna be bold here.
I went
For
bold.
bad girl, good boy.
Yes.
Bad girl, good boy, yes.
I also went bold.
I will say that I actually sometimes really like this. I like it I like it especially if it's and bad girl here I'm not saying as bitchy hot. That's a different trope a little
Yeah.
bit. This is more like, oh, she has drug problems kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And like I actually am quite fond of that as long as she is the richer one.
Yeah. As long as she's
As long as she's the richer one, I'm okay with it.
socioeconomically above.
All right, your thoughts.
So I would say I like the inversion just because it's often very fresh. I would say it's not like a total favorite, probably a 3 if it's done well.
Oh, I should say it also includes like she's kind of a little darker or more violent than him
Yeah.
type of a thing.
I especially like it when the guy's religious.
Yes, actually. So that's funny.
I like the corruption.
Wait.
Don't
I
put
actually
that.
do need to pause on that.
Oh.
So it's funny because I was gonna have a caveat of
Mhm.
that being specifically something I like.
Yeah.
I really like it when we have a tough girl as in street smart bad girl versus religious specific and in a fantasy setting in particular. I'm very hyper specific
yeah.
on how I like that.
Like the cleric.
Otherwise, in general,
baby.
the only media version of this I've seen that I thought was I didn't like it, but I thought it was funny. I was not into it. Like, it didn't make my loins go, whoo, a burst.
Froth.
Yeah, exactly. Ew. What is wrong with you?
Rock, that sounds like you need to go to the fucking doctor.
I was gonna say, what's wrong with the people that I know?
So, my point being, though, is like, you know the new movie that Jennifer Lawrence?
Yes, I knew you were gonna say
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, like, that's actually the closest I've gotten to me liking this in a general media sense.
Yeah, I can't think of any examples that I like, but I
There's
do
very few.
theoretically like the idea of it. All right, so
All right, let's
chat has voted, and at 39%, they are saying
Oh, shit.
Wow.
4, which
Okay.
is fascinating because I had put 1.
I put 3.
I put 2.
I assumed you guys would like it. I
Oh,
just
wow.
wasn't sure how many of you would temper it. So
I think our chat talks a big game sometimes about being like woke, and then actually is kind of
That
like
is woke, though.
ACOTAR chat.
That
But
is
that's what I'm
woke,
saying.
though.
That's what I'm saying. I think sometimes they talk a big game, and so my guess was that they were actually ACOTAR trash. But no, that you guys stood up. I'm proud of you guys. You have defeated.
I assumed
patriarchy.
that you guys would like that.
I will.
I thought it would.
Okay.
Aren't you glad I brought you your glass of water now? You're welcome.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Yes.
I didn't put like the gay versions because then at that point we have the same question 4 times.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, heteronormative. We're gonna go with what 80% of the population does.
We should have done bad gender, good gender. Just
that Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Because then that encompasses bad boy, good girl, bad boy, good boy. Like, it's all there.
Oh man, I'm missing so much of the chat, unfortunately.
I know.
Yeah,
me
we'll have
too.
to
I'm
watch
too
that.
Yeah,
far
I have to
away.
watch back to check it. Okay, so we're gonna remove that. The next one is Katie. So this is so much fun. This was a good idea.
It was.
Good idea. I should see other game shows I can rip off.
What does that say?
Opposites attract.
Like in what way? Like as in like one person's outgoing, one person's shy.
Or like,
Yeah.
One's beautiful, one's ugly.
or like
One's Fire Nation, one's Water Nation, one's a Norse god,
one's a
tech
demon and
genius.
one's an
You're a
angel.
little shit. That's also not opposite.
That's opposites.
A mage in a fantasy universe versus an engineer in a real universe.
Yeah, you have a mythical and a scientific.
Yeah, but that's
those are
no, but it's the same.
Okay,
thing.
we'll stop arguing it because it's gonna give away the answer.
What was the question again? Opposite.
Opposites attract. And the thing about it is, partly you have to guess. It's a metagame of guessing how the other person is interpreting the question.
Yeah.
You're never gonna fully know, so it's a bit of a meta. Let's see what is chat saying. I will say that I am theoretically into it. I am not as into it as like certain. This is not like my ride or die.
Yeah.
But I think it can provide a nice friction, and I especially like when the two of them are opposites, but then they figure out. Like, oh, this thing I didn't value, I now value about the other person. I like that
That
a
is-
lot.
I like it when
That's
it's like
cute.
rigid mindset, more go with the flow mindset, and coming together and appreciating.
Sarkin and Neshka.
Yeah, exactly. Something
or-
like that. See, I
or-
find Sarkin and Agnieszka more of a opposites attract
Yeah.
Or
than
Spock and Kirk.
No. It's never in the original series. I'm sorry. I know that's where fanfic starts. It's just not there. Leonard Nimoy is an incredibly sexy man. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, it is. I get it.
For Leonard, I do.
supposedly, actually, the doctor, I forget what his name. He was supposed to have been very attractive to women of that age, which is interesting because that's just not a thing that's a very specific thing to an
Yeah.
extent. All right, so chat, I'm gonna need at least 20 more votes. We're at 55. Also, everyone, like this stream.
Yeah.
Why haven't you liked it yet? What's wrong with you guys?
Or I don't know, join our Patreon.
Oh, that is a good cheering. We have a Patreon. Katie, what do we get in that Patreon?
Oh my god.
Maria, what do we get in that Patreon?
So, if you join our Patreon, the first tier, you get to join our Discord. It's a good time. There's writers. There's
I almost made it
creators.
so they had double points on this poll, but I couldn't figure
Yeah.
out.
It's a great time. Lots of fun stuff. We have writing channels. We have photo channels. We have where you can share your art. We have where you can talk about videos, movies, all that jazz. You're even allowed to talk about YouTubers who aren't us. We are kind and benevolent. Our second tier. Yeah. Our
Mildly
second,
benevolent.
Yeah, mildly. Our second tier is our book club members, where you get to be part of 2 live streams a month, where you get to talk with us about a book we have read. The first one, the mid-month, Will picks what book we read, but the end of month, you get to pick. If you are part of our book club, you get to nominate. We pick a couple, and then you get to vote on which one we read. So a fourth of all of our videos are directly impacted by our patrons. Also, if you are in our Discord, sometimes if people talk about a book enough, Will picks it for the mid-month because there's enough of a discussion.
I may pick We Are Bob or We Are Legion, which was the runner-up for the book Patreon last month. I'm playing around. I would do it, but there are 2 other ideas I have that also might good. So yeah, in general, if it's one you talk about or if it's one everyone wants, that's generally
and
what I'll pick.
so you can influence it. Definitely one every month, but sometimes more. And then our last are our parasocial darlings, which get their names at the end of our videos, but also get to be part of our critique streams where Katie
We
and Will.
are.
Yeah, I don't do it, but I'm part of it. Yeah, I could do it, but I won't because I can't do 2 videos.
If you weren't busy tomorrow morning, I'd have you join us for like an uprooted one finally.
Oh, I love that.
So maybe
So
next time I
funny.
come down.
Anyway,
You're coming up.
I'm finishing my spiel.
Go ahead, go.
And they look at the pros of fiction, good and bad, to learn specific lessons. whether
Mostly
it be-
good, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I prefer doing. Is where I can learn
Yeah.
like what does an author do well. How do I copy that in my
I mean,
writing?
honestly, even when we critique some things, we find the good things too.
Yeah, careful. You're a
Yeah.
danger to society.
I am.
And she's trying to mark up her couch. But anyway, and it's a great time. They do a fantastic job. It's super funny. If you join and do the live streams, you'll get to hear them go off topic for about 30 minutes.
We did good last time. We stayed on topic.
There was
start
one
of
time
every
we
stream.
talked about boobs for a long time.
Yeah.
So
And
if you're a
genitals.
dude, like,
It's
boobs.
a good time. The other thing that is now an
a
option.
new thing.
Yes, a new thing for our Parasocial Darlings or book club
It's actually
members.
just everyone. right now.
Anyone in our Patreon is you get Katie's Fiction
Oh,
Corner,
yeah.
also called she had no idea. Katie's Fiction Corner, also known as KFC, where Katie does a weekly or bi-weekly? Weekly live stream where people submit stuff to her to get feedback on whether it is spitballing, looking at their prose.
For you who have already been along that train, I will, and I promise, actually put something out today on how, like, things to fill out so that way I understand. But I'm just gonna pick randomly week to week. It's not gonna be like a schedule or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
this is I didn't actually really want to announce it on the channel for a while because this is like a thing Katie is doing that's fun, but it's not necessarily a feature of the Patreon, so you're not paying for this, so we can stop anytime. Katie picks whoever she wants. She does it for however long she wants. We are recording it, but that's mostly so that the author can look back and do it.
It's Will's caveat and kindness to me as someone who is not mentally well enough to commit to a
But
normal
if you
schedule.
are part of our Patreon, you do get to have access
yeah.
to it.
You do get to have access.
And
Yeah.
it's Tuesdays at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, it's eight.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, and yeah, that's gonna be good. Basically, Katie should be a writing coach, but until then, she is going to gift her ability upon ye. And it's a good time. I might join. I'm in the chat. I don't really necessarily want to
I
step on her
like that Will's
toes.
in the chat because anytime you want to pop in and give good advice, I'm like,
Well, and what I was
obviously
thinking
it's
is
good.
I could run Copilot and take a look at the comments because I know you need to focus on the writer, and then
Yeah.
I could take a look at the comments type of a
that would
thing.
be good.
It's a good time. You should join.
Valerie says Katie taking notes for the next time they make her do this. No, that you know nothing about Katie. There's no way she's
Look at
taking
her.
notes.
Look at her. She
What?
No, I'm saying you're not taking notes for
He
next
said-
time you
Valerie
do the
goes, is Katie
Patreon.
taking notes for the next time that she has to answer this?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'll just continuously not be a good student.
By the way, we're only at 9 likes, I think. Can't be right. Hold on. This has got to update. We're on 69 likes, and there are 138 of you in the chat. We need to up those
No,
numbers.
but it's 69. That's probably when they stop.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so this is Katie.
Nice.
It's opposites attract, and
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
why
we were
is the
doing this.
chat not read? Okay.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, and so I voted 3.
I voted 2.
Can you
And
guys?
chat, I think voted 3. I don't know.
No.
It's not updating for some reason. What did you put?
I picked 2.
Put 2. Okay, all right. And
I
then
win.
again, I
It's
don't know what chat
situational.
was
If
in.
it's done right, she'll like it, but she doesn't care about it otherwise.
Yeah, I thought it would be a little bit more because I actually almost would contest that. Zutara. What is that if not opposites attract?
Did you say Zutara?
Yeah, from
Like
Avatar.
Zuko and Katara?
Yes. The one that
I would
everyone
not say they're
shipped.
opposites.
It's fire and water.
I am not.
You
a
rise with the
Zutara.
moon, I rise with the sun.
Also, I'm not Zutara.
I'm not Zutara.
Yes, you are. I remember because I remember that was one of the first things Maria told me about you, and
That
I was
could-
like, oh
you
god.
could sell me on it, but
I-
I'm not Zutara.
Mako for life.
I
Who?
like
Who?
That's May and Zuko.
May.
May.
and
I
Zuko?
like May and
I
Zuko.
Oh
like
no, I
May.
love
I
May
love-
and Zuko.
And also,
Okay, all right, I
I
guess-
like Aang and Katara. I
Aang and Katara.
I like them too. So they also said 2. So that's 1 for you, Maria, and
one
1
for YouTube,
for
which
YouTube.
officially puts me in the lead, baby.
you were in the lead before.
Oh, never mind. I've been in the lead for a while, apparently.
Okay, now Maria. Maria. I want to live in America.
I'm so tired.
Bodyguard romance.
Oh my god. Let me tell you all, mine's a 4 for that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh god, I'm so hot for it.
It's I'm sorry guys, I'm straight trash. I like it. Oh,
I am hot, like literally trash for it, actually.
yeah.
Like, you give me it, I'm there.
One of the main ships I liked was Final Fantasy VIII
Yeah, I know.
because they're like
I know.
actual mercenary bodyguards.
I know.
Well, the bodyguard is just socioeconomic differences as an application. Like Of
And
course,
with like a
you'd
little
like it.
a little male tropey of, but like not sexist. 'Cause
Yeah.
technically it's his job.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it would.
That's so funny, but no,
That
it's
is funny.
true.
Yeah.
It's
is
true.
funny.
What's chat saying? And Will, yeah.
What did he say?
The original plan seems the Tara was never the original plan. Sorry, that was randomly.
The original-
That was a random call, but that was never the plan.
That was
Um,
never the plan, unfortunately.
Davis champion vibes. I see you, Will. I remember. Yeah, Katie, do you know why you like it?
Why?
Why do you like Bodyguard?
What are you doing?
She's reading comments.
I'm trying to see what you guys are reading.
Your thoughts on Bodyguard romances?
Oh, are you asking
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
genuinely?
yeah. Why do you think you like it?
Oh,
Like, what are your reasons?
because it's her comfort. It's basically her comfort.
It does have built-in comfort. Thing.
Yes, it does. It's somebody who's very, very capable, who's male and masculine, and I, in general, tend towards male and masculine more than female, even though I have played both fields.
And I'm sure you would love a butch bodyguard.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, as everybody who watched Maria and I's thing on Sword Heart
Yeah, that was a good
goes,
one.
like,
Huh?
yes, actually, it doesn't matter if you're actually gender-wise a woman or a man. It just matters if you are quote-unquote the traditional masculine.
I don't love it if it's a woman and a man. Like that just to me does not do anything special. It can be good, but it's not like hitting my kinks, so to speak.
It doesn't matter as long as you are somebody who is capable in authority, but not in a weird like teacher-student way. More like authority as in like you're just
This
super
is your
highly-
job.
Yeah, like anything
And you're
that has to
competent.
do with capability is a turn
Yeah.
on for me. So that is built into the protector, the you know like the bodyguard person,
And
It's
they
because-
spend a lot of time with each other, so they have to learn each other.
and
learn
they
each other.
exactly. So
There's
it
an
has a lot of
intimacy.
it has a lot of built-in respect that if it goes well, there's high respect and intimate respect. So that's a turn on for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
what
there we
is
go.
that?
Okay, so everybody wants it to be gay, and I know that, but guys, I do think that version we can also be cute.
I
Okay,
The sword.
Chat says 40% they guess 3.
All right, let's see.
Okay, Maria.
Will? No.
Oh.
You
Oh.
and I.
I put 2.
I put
think
2.
yeah, I think Maria likes it, but isn't.
I
Yep.
put 2.
Oh,
And Chat got it wrong.
It's not something that I don't ever think like,
Maria's
ooh, I
not-
hope
yeah.
this is the trope. I hope that's the dynamic.
If you've watched Sword Heart, you would know that's not like something that she's weak to. It's just something that she can enjoy if well done.
Yeah, like if it's part of
I'm
entire
into it.
story that is like good, but it's not something I look for.
Like, you know, like Ashley. You know,
I did kind of like that when I was young.
I did too.
Even though she's a complete
Ashley?
yeah.
I know she's a bimbo.
And she's better in the remake.
What is this?
Resident Evil 4.
Oh,
Yeah, like
I
Ashley,
think that
get
me and
over
Katie are
here.
the same trash. It's
No,
so
you are.
funny.
I know this. I'm very aware.
I read so much Leon Ashley trash, but it's not
You know
good.
my favorite Leon Ada. I only ever found like 2
Well,
good
of
ones. That's my
course.
like favorite archetypal relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Even though I don't think she's
Because it's like it's capable girl versus capable guy.
but also it's like, oh, she's the bad girl, and he's like
The good guy.
he's the knight in shining armor. It's
Yeah.
like, that'll be, oh, yeah, no,
It's
I
like
love it.
it's the Eldritch Girl Knight versus the White Knight King.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Lindbergh says I'm trash for Alien versus Predator.
Oh no! Seriously? No, Lindbergh.
I don't think
Lindbergh.
I've ever seen it.
Shh, I've showed it to you. You didn't. I think you might have been.
You have yeah.
Oh, okay. So AVP is actually a special movie in my heart because the Predator should have fucked her.
The
How do I not
Predator,
remember this? This sounds up
it's
my
Maul's
alley.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like trusts her and like
I actually haven't showed it to you.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen
I don't
this.
think I've shown it to you.
yeah.
I think
it's-
you showed me a different movie with a
You-
predator.
You
there-
mean
I
like
mean, there's literally
Prometheus?
15 to 16.
we watched Prometheus together in
No,
theaters.
I didn't watch Prometheus with you. That was
Really?
me. Yeah, Prometheus looks scary.
I've
I don't
never
wanna
watched it with you then, unless we watched the original.
We watched that one Alien movie. You obviously the first one, but there was another one you had me watch.
And what happened in it?
There wasn't a predator. I don't think. Maybe.
Okay.
You know, it's like a specific predator species, not just like any predator.
I know it's the
I'm
guy.
just making sure.
I'm
like,
aware. I'm aware. I know what the predators are.
okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yeah, no. We should watch AVP later.
Okay. Do
You would love it because, well, that's up to you.
We need to make a watch along list.
Oh, we should, guys. AVP, if you want to watch AVP,
We want to do watch along.
the fact that she gets a scar for her battle attitude towards her battle partner, who really should have been her husband, and just and the fact that she gets his weapon, hot.
He's way taller than her too.
I know.
But she's like a
good,
badass.
good. I mean, this sounds great. This sounds great.
I mean, it's not actually romance.
It's not.
I
It's not.
Unfortunately.
Who is this for?
Will.
This is Will. Okay.
This is easy.
This is Playgirl. So this is where you're like, she's a rape.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't put hot bitchy girl in this in this one because that would just be way too easy.
Yes.
But I'm sure you put monster boyfriend in it.
I don't think so because
Oh,
it's like
Too easy.
for sure. I think some of these are left over from when we were gonna do a tier list. So
Oh
it
my
may be-
god. So many of you guys hate Prometheus. Everyone, Prometheus is like actually it's not, look, if you're going to compare it to the other Alien movies, yeah, no, it's absolute garbage. The first Alien movie is by far a masterpiece in comparison in so many ways.
I love that movie so much.
However, that being said, I think Prometheus has a couple of things that make it different from other movies where I can't get that same effect from other movies. So it
That's
does give me
fair.
something.
Some people are asking, does this count as hot bitchy girl?
No.
No.
It's right. Yeah. No. This is like
It can, but it
she
doesn't.
can, but in this case, we are not given that she is hot and bitchy because it's right. So, what are your guys' thoughts?
Oh my god.
Playgirl. I suppose I like as much as like the rake in general, which is if there's like a sense of, so the problem is a lot of the times when it's playgirl, playboy, they learn the error of their ways and they settle down and they're like, I can't believe I was just sleeping around before, and I don't like that.
I wonder why.
I'm much more of the like oh I enjoy this, but I don't regret the day. Like I like a sense of pride.
Yes.
You know,
fair.
and so unfortunately the trope is the
the domesticizing.
the
of it.
domesticizing of the playgirl and or playboy, and
Yeah.
that I don't love. Now I do like a one character that is more sexually intelligent than the
Mhm.
other, and like the like that kind of thing. Though that if there's age dynamics, never mind. I'm out. But yeah, I would say I'm lukewarm.
Okay, what do you got, Katie?
I got a JFC from someone.
Yeah, I think they were talking about
AVP and how I was into
if
it.
that's that. If they said Jesus Christ to that, then we need to block them
No, we
because
did not.
AVP is a
I
friend of
think
the
it's
show.
because I was so into it.
No, I might also have been Prometheus, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true. No, so we're talking about
Playgirl?
Yes, I know. What I was gonna say is, I mean, as a romance trope, no, absolutely not. I just don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't resonate with you.
No, it can be there. That's fine. I don't care. It literally, out of everything we've talked about thus far, this matters the most neutral to me.
Okay, so then a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so chat voted and they picked 4
Oh my.
by quite a bit. Maria, reveal your choice.
2.
A 2, a 1. I actually went with 3
Interesting.
because the thing is, I'm thinking of the incarnation
I
where
know.
he's kind of a
I
good
know.
boy and
I
like
know.
solid, and she's like, "Oh, I'm such a mess."
I
Yeah,
know.
Kind of.
I
Yeah.
know.
I kind of like slutty
so-
girls.
I knew one was gonna be wrong,
But
but
the reason I picked 2 is because it is situational. It is not the trope itself. It is the specific
That's-
incarnations that you like. It's not
I'm
just.
trying to think because I don't want you to get more points, but that is
You
kind of
It
accurate.
is. It is
Out of-
accurate.
out of all the fan fictions you've ever shared / told me about / your reading habits, not a single one of them have included a playgirl.
It's specific.
So that's what I'm
I
going
think,
off.
I think that's correct. I mean, I do think the trope
Again,
I
it's
actually
the
like
trope-
more is like.
It's the trope itself, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's 1 for Maria, guys.
Listen,
Two.
I know you guys too well.
Well, and chat's ruining it a little bit. That was me. So next will be chat, and chat will be the one that you guys. Again, you're voting now for yourselves. We are giving you agency. We are like Rysand.
Oh my god, shut up.
Maria and I are NS.
Oh god.
This is bully romance. I'm actually really unfamiliar with this trope.
I've read a couple.
Is this
go-
like
It's weird.
pulling each other's pigtails?
It's like
I don't know exactly. Yeah, Holly Black Book.
a walk to remember.
I haven't watched that.
It's a walk to remember.
Or She's All That?
Same thing.
Is that what they consider?
Yes, that's what I would consider bully.
I don't know because I haven't watched it. What are your thoughts on Ono no Kamachi?
Or
What?
What are your thoughts, Maria, on Ono no Kamachi?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, okay. She said you are familiar with the legend in Japan.
No, I don't
Hapan?
remember.
Okay.
I don't know. As a side note, something to think of. It's basically I would consider bully to that to basically be, if we're gonna put it in a format where it didn't actually happen, it would be like Fourth Wing, Violet, and Jack Barlow.
But they end up falling in love.
Yeah,
I only like that if the girl hot and bitchy.
yeah, I know. Or I
She
think
gets-
of A Walk to Remember, which is where the guy is dared by all his popular friends to go out on a date.
See, I consider
with
different
that
trope. That's a different trope.
There's literally a
is that?
trope for dare.
That's I put it down as like a wager. I think is what I
Yeah.
put that down as.
So it's the difference between the guy themselves or the girl themselves.
Well, so you remember the
Bully.
Holly Black Book we read? Not Tithe. The Cruel
Cruel
Prince.
Prince. Yeah.
That's what I think of as
That-
a romance.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
it. That's it.
That's it.
So okay, so
That is actually perfect, Will.
chat is
Oh shit!
yeah, chat chose one, which I guessed.
I guessed.
Did you not guess?
I don't want to tell them what I.
Oh,
What did
no.
you-
Oh,
Katie.
no, Katie.
You gotta understand the dynamics of our chat
Oh,
a little bit.
yeah.
We're not like a normal.
I am going by normal standards. I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
judging
assuming
you
it's very
poorly.
popular on the internet because they
I'm
like
gonna erase
shitty
it.
men. No.
I know what it was.
A
What was
5?
it? It was a 3.
That's right. It's not a bad guess, but again, I know our chat a little bit. You have to remember they're
I
like,
don't read art. Discord.
The problem is a lot.
I
of-
somehow am the most social on the Discord, guys,
No, but that
despite
makes
being the
sense.
least social in person.
He's basically the mod, though.
Yeah, I am head mod.
He's
He's-
the mod.
He's Discord mom.
Yeah. Like if he wasn't Discord,
Not a
mod,
god, but a prophet, maybe.
yeah. So one of the two of us would have to be if that were not the case, and it's not. So I don't have to be. So I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Maria just lurks
Mm-hmm.
and watches.
I do
her
too.
share.
But
Um,
randomly.
Okay, so bully romance remove. By the way, when you guys get tired, just let me know.
After this round, I'm tired.
Okay.
This is Katie.
Oh, okay. So this is mutual. Damn it.
What was it?
Mutual pining. Both people like each other and yet cannot be together.
And cannot be together?
Well,
'Cause that's why
no,
it's
no, no, no,
pining.
no.
Are we talking Romeo and Juliet, or are we?
That
talking...
can be that is forbidden love.
Yeah.
Mutual pining is more like
You
they're
just like each
not
other.
together and they can't communicate.
They don't
Or-
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it can also encompass somewhat forbidden love. It's just not explicitly that.
I would say
I will be right back while everyone makes their decision. Thank you.
Okay, good. She didn't tell you guys where. So
I
we
have to pee.
No. This is no. No.
There's the door to me.
Um,
Bye.
Forbidden love, mutual angst. I would have put this at a hard 4.
I know.
Ah.
I know. And I'm gonna be honest, Katie, if she puts anything other than
Yeah,
a
I'm
4,
gonna
if she
argue
puts
it.
if she puts anything other than a 4, guys, it's a goddamn lie. Okay?
We're gonna have to
This
overrule.
is part of a slow burn. Every good
Yes.
slow burn has a
Has the
mutual
pining
pining
phase.
because for one reason or another they can't, like, maybe one is engaged or like
Okay.
or like they have goals that they need to complete before they can be in a relation. Like this, if she puts anything other than a 4, she's a goddamn liar. We know.
By the way, these are so cheap. The top isn't working.
What are people saying in the chat?
It's such a hard 4. Sandworms are awesome. I don't know where that played into it.
Mutual
Romance with
persuasion,
pining is my
persuasion,
weakness.
absolutely.
Mutual angst is different. I'm gonna grab more water. I will be right back.
I am also a mutual pining person because it's part of slow burn, of which you know
Oh
I
my
am.
god, you actually did draw titties.
They're bad titties. They look. It looks like an alien. So Katie has a chalk wall in her. When you come in from the bathroom, or not the bathroom, the garage into her laundry room. There's a chalk wall, and Will drew boobs, but it looks like a sad alien. That's what it looks like. Okay, what is everyone saying? Everybody left. The mutual pining and 6 of crows is what keeps me alive. So yeah, that's mutual pining. I feel like I would like pining, but it's actually told more than shown very often. Absolutely. It needs to be shown. So Sense and Sensibility, absolutely. Persuasion is a perfect example of mutual pining at certain points.
Oh, somebody had mentioned this about Mansfield Park that, hey, aren't they cousins? Yeah, in Britain at the time, that was fine. And actually, in a lot of cultures in the world,
they were
first cousins
either
are
they
fine.
were either were they first cousins? I think
Yeah.
they were first cousins.
Yeah, it's
they
actually
are.
very normal in lots of parts of the world. It's just taboo in the U.S.
Is Will still ruggedly handsome? Always. Always. Oopsie, I voted for mutual pining instead of forbidden love.
You guys can
Wait,
continue to
no,
read.
isn't it mutual pining?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mutual pining, guys.
Wait, did I write it down wrong?
Oh my god, did you write forbidden love? Oh my god,
fuck me,
it's
I
not
did.
forbidden love, guys.
Okay,
It's
never
not
mind,
forbidden
we're
love.
gonna end that.
We're gonna
We'll do
end
another
it.
one.
He's gonna redo it. He's
I
gonna
like how
redo
we're
it.
acting like this is a really big problem.
Yes, it is.
Mutual
Pining.
You know what it is? It's because we were talking about forbidden love
Mhm.
as being they were cousins and they were roommates.
Mm-hmm.
You guys kickstarted my new appreciation for Jane Austen. Excellent, doing the Lord's work.
I am currently rereading Pride and Prejudice. It is a fucking romp. What a good time. It was the one narrated by Rosamund Pike. If you want a good Jane Austen that is just absolutely divine. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny. Rosamund Pike is an excellent narrator. I highly recommend.
It says, even at that time, first cousins was still weird. No, actually, what was weird was if you tried to marry your brother's wife after she either was divorced or he died, that you would need a church, like, it's an okay thing, because that was weird. In the Greek church, if you are to marry your a family member, the child of a family of an, if your sister,
What's happening right now?
I'm
We're-
explaining how
UK
incest
stuff.
works different in different cultures. Like in the Greek church, like you need a special dispensation if you want to marry the child of someone who is the godparent of a sibling or yourself,
Mhm.
because in the church that's family. It's really just, and also by the way, with the genetics, the first cousins, you have to do it like 6 or 7 generations before you start getting the Habsburg chin. Like it actually takes a while. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really not that bad, but it's just very taboo.
It takes a while. But
Yeah.
also, I don't know. I thought there was a magnet. Apparently, Will.
Yeah, these are so cheap.
Mhm.
Sorry, again, the
No,
the
it's
Dollar
fine.
Tree, not a great place to buy things. No, the top to the pen has already stopped working. It's now like it won't close all the way in. It's really funny. Okay, so that has been, we've had enough time to recheck.
Yeah.
We are gonna go with
Yeah, what did Chuck say?
4.
For what was this again?
Mutual
pining
pining.
for you. I'm also going with 4.
I'm also going with 4, and any other answer you put. This is a fundamental part of slow burn, Katie. It is a fundamental part of slow burns.
Okay,
They
so
fall
you're
for each-
making it like, but
I'm sorry.
philosophical.
No.
You
You
pine,
loved it.
it's angst.
Katie. Every slow burn you have ever liked.
I mean, when you say it like that,
What
I
had
would
you
say
put
3.
down?
I put 2. Situational.
No.
Yeah, but when you say it like that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 3.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a 4. It's a 3 though.
I'll allow it. A 2 is definitely way too low.
Okay,
I'm not
so
trash
none
for
of
it,
us got
though.
it right then if it's
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah, I'm not trash for it though. It's a 3. Like it inherently in and of itself, no, but with comboed with like when you say it like
Mhm.
that, absolutely. Oh, I'm hungry.
Luckily, there's
okay.
100 bagels.
Everyone, I bought a cat house for outside. And there's no cats in it right now.
Yeah, we're sad.
I'm sad. There was one
You
yesterday.
gotta come to my neighborhood where they just lounge by the.
I mean, we have the pregnant one that oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I
you guys.
wonder what this is. Do we want to just skip this one?
Yes.
It's Maria.
Oh, I forgot it's Maria.
Oh, okay, alright, okay. Alright.
Maria's, it's still assumable though.
It's
Yeah.
Friends to Lovers, by the way. I will have to pull up in a second.
Yeah, friends to lovers.
By the way, has everyone seen the Deadpool trailer? Because let me tell you,
It looks fun.
I saw it with Maria, and actually the part where they like zip him up in his outfit and slap his butt several times, and he's like peak energy. Like,
Okay.
uh,
Okay, so this is from Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Friends to Lovers, I love. I think that's great. I like it. It's kind of close to childhood friends or sweethearts, so it's adjacent to those. It's kind of funny that like the way we like tropes is like it's like almost like a tent with different poles, and then the
Mhm.
other ones that are close to it are like, but really it's about like 4 big constellations of it. And Katie, what are your thoughts on Friends to Lovers? I also hate the word lovers, but we're gonna have to work with it.
that's a wide trope.
No strong feelings.
It is very, very wide. So I personally would say highly too.
Okay.
It just like, I mean, obviously I'm gonna like it if they like each other before they fuck each other. But the point being is it actually like engaging and fun? Well, I find that highly situational, hence the 2.
Yes. Okay. And chat has said, let's
What did
see.
they say? 4?
They say 4.
Ooh. That's
Okay.
about close to what I said.
I was gonna put 4, and then I put 3.
I put 3.
2.
Interesting.
That
Yes.
is interesting.
Yes. So the reason is
You're out cheesed by it.
So it's that, but for me, a lot of times in romances, I like people getting to know each other, and I like seeing the moments that they look at
So
something.
you don't want the pre-existing friendship.
Yes, a lot of the times
Okay.
pre-existing.
That makes
It's why
sense.
I would say I prefer like childhood sweethearts or childhood best friends as a trope for romance more so than friends to
But
lovers.
what about if they start being friends, and that's when the slow burn starts?
I mean, and again,
See-
situational. I don't
see-
dislike it.
Situational.
Fair
it
enough.
Like,
It
I
is
really should have
situational.
gone with that. It's because I know
Okay.
she's like me.
Well, you and I still get one each, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're the closest.
We're the closest.
But and so like I'm not like against or for. It has been parts of like stories I do like, but for me, as far as things I like the tension. For me, I like friends to lovers a bit when there's a particular reason that they can't be together. Like maybe they previously dated each other. Like she dated his best friend,
Yeah.
and so now they can't be together because
Yeah.
of that. So there has to be some type of tension there to make it work for me. I don't like just like
Lindbergh and Hush I Am Talking both said, but isn't that like slow burn though?
it
like-
can be absolutely, but I also like slow burn where they don't know each other, at like they're strangers.
Yeah.
They get to know each other, they become friends.
Yeah.
So most of the time when you say friends to lovers as a trope, I think it's they've been established friends for years and then they fall in love. I like friends to lovers where they don't know each other, they become friendly, they just become people
I
who
like
know
that.
each other, and then they become lovers. But unfortunately, within my parameters of what I consider friend to lovers, I'm thinking years of
it
friendship.
has to be in particular spicy in some way.
Yeah,
to
and
make
I
it
want
special.
them to become friends while I'm watching. I don't want them to be established
That's
friends
fair,
before.
Yeah.
because that can feel cheap.
And I
Yeah.
do like friends to
Yeah.
lovers within the scope of a slow burn, but I don't like it when they've been friends prior to the book starting, and that's what I think this trope is talking about.
The other thing is, Valerie says, "I'm just so platonic with my friends. I can't imagine the pining."
Me too.
Yeah,
I personally,
I think in real life this doesn't
yes,
work as
personally.
well.
Now the thing is, I like other friends. Like I like when I have friends that end up together. I think that's super cute. But unfortunately, I'm so rigid in my boxes that I sort people in. Like once you're my friend, it is almost like it's
Me and
Yeah.
Maria at some point crossed the sibling Rubicon,
yes.
where now like we kind of get weirded out. Like I can't talk to her about sex, and she doesn't really talk to me about it that much because it's like it literally is just a little
Gross.
gross. Whereas there was a point in our friendship when it was like fine,
Yeah.
and then it just
Yeah, he and I are not quite on
yeah,
the
we haven't
sister.
reached that yet. But like no, for me, and the thing is, again, I think this is something where in fiction it's fun, but in real life, people like you become friends with someone and just platonically you're where you're at. Chantel had kind of an interesting comment. I don't normally like it because the friend that's crushing tends to have this toxic sense of entitlement over the other friend. I hate when that happens. I
Yeah.
don't like it. I don't like one-sided crushes in friendships.
Yeah.
I think that is
I don't like one-sided
yeah, I
crushes.
don't like that.
And again, I do like friends to lovers when it's done well, when it works. And again, I prefer it when they become friends on screen. I just don't like when like the book starts, they've been friends for years and they've had like the one has had a crush on the other one for like that's not
No.
for me.
You mean Inej and Kaz?
Yeah, I like when they know each other. Like I get to see them know each other,
Yeah.
become friends, all of that stuff.
The actual
Which
process
is why
of it.
slow burn is it's I would say Friends to Lovers is part of the tent that is a slow burn, but
It's one of the
unfortunately,
stages of God damn it, I love that word. Metastazation.
yeah.
Mistas-
But
Fantastic.
unfortunately, I think
Metastasization.
the trope itself is not referring to that particular thing.
I'm dead right now.
What?
So, okay, multiple things. One is one thing where
Yeah, I saw that.
what was the being careful thing
I
mean?
don't know. I think it's because you were waving around the pen again, maybe.
Oh, was that
Maria
Yeah.
had said to be careful.
if that's true, Jaina D, I please specify because I don't know what you mean. But if it's that, that's even funnier. And thank you, I appreciate that. No, there was something else I saw in here. The kissing booth that Science Fantastic came up with, like that god awful movie, The Kissing Booth.
That's not Friends to Lovers.
No, it's not. But that is an awful movie.
Oh god, it's so bad.
That girl's face is so weird.
You just like are so judgmental, man.
Yeah, because it's weird looking. She's
I just don't. That movie
Already
is so
loose.
problematic. I don't. like
I've
it.
never seen it. I've
It's
only seen
so
the
bad.
trailer.
It's so problematic. And the funny thing is, the actor in it, I
Isn't
like
the
that
actress
actor.
the same actress for that one movie or that one show?
Yes, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so
Forbidden Love.
for me,
For
this
Will.
is forbidden love, love which hath been forbidden.
Okay, so that makes me feel better now that I cheated and saw Maria's score.
I mean, Maria might not be right either. Okay,
No.
your thoughts on it?
I think it can work. I think it can be
That
fun.
is very lukewarm. That's
So-
a 2. That's
so
a 2.
so I think if it I like some of that mutual pining, and I think forbidden love can lead to that. What I don't like is sometimes it can get very dramatic.
Yeah.
I like more when the reasons they can't be together are more mutually understood, are a little bit more subtle, like that kind of thing. And sometimes it can just be like,
West Side Story, where
Yeah.
everyone dies.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that. But I like when the love can help teach other people, like, oh,
That's
maybe,
different. That's different though.
yeah, or like the prince and his like
Concubine.
no, because that's not a forbidden love. You're allowed
Well,
to be
it
in
could
love.
be. They might not be able to. Well,
yeah,
that's
Mary
true.
though.
Yeah, but
That's what I was
but
thinking.
see, for me, forbidden love is you just can't be in love. You're not supposed to be in love with each other, and a concubine is more than okay, and an emperor are more than okay to be in
Yeah,
love with
they
each
are.
other.
Yeah,
Um,
but not to marry and be in love with each other. That's what I
Well,
was
no,
thinking.
a lot
That's what I
of
was thinking.
concubines are so.
Well,
No,
you have
no,
Asian literature,
within-
which is different.
Yeah, but even then, a lot of concubines they would compete to become empress. If you already had
Okay,
an
that
empress,
is highly Asian.
no, that's also Middle Eastern.
Is it?
Yeah, the two cultures are somewhat linked in that way. Concubine, in more of like a European sense, tends to be more like a
Okay, then I'm
dirty
thinking of
secret.
the European.
Yeah,
side.
no,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because that's more mistress.
Oh yeah. That's what I was
And
thinking
so
of.
forbidden love in the like already married, I don't like that. I don't love infidelity. But so yeah, I would say I'm lukewarm on that one myself.
Remember, guys, you're voting for me, the important one. I really should move this so that I'm more in frame,
You should at these moments in particular.
so you guys can see.
Okay,
my
Katie,
face.
what are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts on Forbidden Love?
I'm sick of it. It would be a 1 for me. Personally, I just grew up with so much literature of forbidden love that I was just like, I mean, there's Tristan and Isolde. There's fucking.
There's the movie Tristan plus Isolde.
Is that
Like,
the one
die at the
that's
end.
really bad?
It's not great. I like the actress though. She's pretty.
Yeah, I do like the actress, but like Tristan and Isolde, we have. I mean, I grew up in Arthurian legend.
Oh, there's a Star Trek version of Tristan and Isolde. That's actually quite a good episode.
Really.
It is because I really like Picard, and so anytime Patrick Stewart gets to act, you know what I was thinking? I should show you the best Star Trek episode. Guys, can you guess what it is? Darmok.
What is that?
It's like a really good sci-fi episode of the
Is
Next
it the
Generation.
Beauty and Beast episode?
No.
You know what I'm talking about when I say that?
There's like 3 of those actually.
Really?
Yeah, there's one in Enterprise which is not good.
I watched one where there's a woman that goes to a planet and tries to and there's a masculine presence there.
I think you're thinking of Enterprise, and that was Enterprise.
It
was
wasn't
trash.
good.
Okay, so let's see.
What does chat think of Will's
Chat thinks it's a 4.
fair?
And let's remind everyone what it was.
It was Forbidden Love. Maria, what was your guess?
4.
3.
So this is interesting because I put it at 2.
But
That doesn't
if you
surprise
have
me.
woman of high birth with the stable hand, that is a forbidden love, William. What the fuck are you talking about?
But here's the thing: I don't actually like them
But
not
it's not
being
the
able
forbidden
to.
love part.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
fair.
you were saying,
I
it's
was wrong.
mutual
I-
pining is a little different. I like that, but
It's
the actual
slightly different.
forbidden part, I'm not super
Okay.
into.
Okay, but I assumed that it tied into
Who got
high birth.
3?
I did.
Okay, so that's Katie.
I thought it tied into the high
It
birth
is
lower.
adjacent. It is adjacent.
It
But
does-
I will admit defeat.
I
in
just
that
like
case.
that he's like,
Something to take away from this episode is that if you are writing a romance movie slash screenplay slash book or whatever, comic, whatever have you, plot line of romance, there's a lot of different interpretations. So keep that in mind. Like you can see how widely it varies and how specific you have to be able to complete that one niche.
okay, so we're at 140. We started a little bit late, so it's more like 1:30. You guys want to keep going for a little bit, or
Let's do their round and then we'll
Yes.
and then
call
we'll
the
finish
winner.
up? Then we're done. Okay.
Everyone's like, I'm just hungry.
Go eat. You guys do that.
Didn't you have a bagel?
I'm sorry, what? Bang or die?
Yeah, it's a romance trope.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
That's why I put it.
I just wasn't expecting it.
like she's dying of an illness and the only thing that can save her
It's
is
your
his
dick,
yeah, or
your fingers.
or
Cutly
like
fee.
Bang or die, everyone.
or
How do
like
you like that
she
trope?
she
Yeah, it's the one that everyone loves to use with Kirk and Spock.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
blanking on the name, but
Yeah.
Parvon.
yes, Kylie
Pondar.
Fee.
Pondar.
Chin, chin,
Yeah.
chin, 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 chin. Cuddly Fee. It's from the episode. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I would say. Wait, we're doing
This
This
is
is
for
for
chat.
chat. So Maria needs to stop looking at
No,
it.
I was looking at the comments. I
Everyone?
wasn't looking at them.
Do you agree?
I don't know.
I'm actually really unsure.
I'm really
I'm,
unsure.
this is again a moment where it's like, how woke are they?
I don't
versus
know.
trash.
This is a really hard one.
Yeah, here's the okay.
Okay,
So
I'm just
I
gonna
will say
I'm just gonna
I
commit.
don't love it as a trope. Like I don't even necessarily think it's always gross. Like I'm okay if it was gross,
I've
but I
never
just don't
read one
find
that
it.
I liked.
Yeah, I'm never like, oh, awesome. I prefer much more again when it's like, oh no,
You're
I can't-
into it.
I can't because I want to, but I
Yeah.
can't because you're not in
Yeah.
a correct state of mind. I prefer that a lot more.
I also for me one of my problems with it is I just would always assume that if you're in that situation, everybody would be so emotionally like not in the right state of mind that it just wouldn't be a good time.
Yeah, that's
like
true
it would
too.
just be two people like like
It's like a medical procedure, like
Yeah.
surgery.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me, I just naturally am just like no thanks.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it too. I think people use it as an excuse to get the two
I
people to band.
adjusted it to a more medium spectrum.
So here's what we're gonna see. Chat has voted 47 votes, and they ended up with 1.
Oh, I'm going back to my original
No, you
vote.
can't.
Nope,
go back
I
to
got
your
it right.
I got
You
it
piece
too.
of shit. Everyone, I put 1, but I put 2 after.
So actually, me and Maria are tied.
No,
So
if I got that last one, we'll
Katie,
win.
you're not even
You're not even
close. You're
close,
not
sorry.
even close. Okay, so we have to do another one for Katie.
One
break the
oh
tiebreaker.
God, this is gonna be tough, nerve wracking.
Break the tiebreaker. Katie, you're
Oh.
not even close.
It's your belly button that's getting shown. It says, "Hey Katie, sorry to mention this, but you need to bring it to your nose. Careful while you move or raise your hands. Your belly button's getting seen out. So you need to stop being a whore and cover up.
Okay. They're
God,
thinking of your
You
modesty.
floozy.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, thank
Also,
you
people
very
can be
You
weird on
might-
the internet.
You can.
Yes.
You might want to get married in a Middle Eastern country someday.
Thank you very much. I do actually appreciate that because that's very kind of you. Because like they don't know, maybe I don't like that shit.
No, it's
Um,
true.
And also, people are weird on the internet.
Yes, exactly. I highly appreciate that. Thank you. I wish I had noticed that's what you meant before.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were talking about.
I mean, I don't particularly care. Like, I'm a piece of meat.
No, we can't. It's
No, no,
still. We have to
yeah,
redo
yeah,
it.
Yeah, we got to do it.
I'm a piece of meat that's just like slowly rotting.
Shut the fuck up.
What the
So
fuck?
like that's how I view my personal body is that I am a rotting piece of meat. So I don't feel any sexual compulsion. However, that being said, I don't necessarily want people to be weird. So thank you.
By the way, guys, this is just between me and Maria. You guys aren't close. So it's just you're not gonna count. Sorry.
Yeah, you
I'm not
can.
gonna do the poll. The poll is love triangle. So my feelings on Love Triangle is that I fucking hate them.
I fucking hate
Yeah,
them.
we're
I
not here
fucking
for them.
hate
I don't like it.
They're the worst. It's zero.
Okay, show your
tension.
number.
2. Motherfucker.
Supreme.
I don't ever.
They're the
Yeah,
fucking
I've
worst.
never heard of
Now,
you liking
that
one,
being
but
said,
I
that
thought they
being
might
said,
be situationally.
if you can sell me on it, I don't give a fuck as long as it's well written. That being said, inherently, I never like
It's
one.
like a 1 would have to be like maybe you could be won over by it, but you're automatically going to come in with a negative opinion.
Yes,
and
me
that's exactly.
Yeah, no,
all of
it's-
us. That's all of
None
us.
of us. It's just cheap drama too. A lot of the time. So the final score, by the way, was me and Maria were at 10, and then Maria's at 11. Now I just didn't mark it down. YouTube is at 5, and Katie is at 7. So
So I won over you guys. Yeah, I know my friends.
The bar.
Yeah.
pitch us on some more tropes, guys. What would you like to see this without romance tropes?
And again, if you guys want to submit questions, like I
Or-
think you should post, because I think doing a like who holds a grudge most, who would be most likely
Yeah.
to
All that's fun
blank.
and all, but also if you guys like other game
Yeah, that's
shows
true.
that are fun, and you're like, wait, do a game show like this? Tell us, because that's like the new fad anyway.
I was trying to look up things other streamers do, but they don't, and it's
Wubby.
boring.
No, look up Wubby. Wubby.
By the way, the other tropes were Grumpy versus Sunshine, which I like, and I think Maria likes a lot.
I love that
I love Grumpy versus
one.
Sunshine.
We would all been forced.
Which is me and
That's
Katie.
that's my current relationship, the Grumpy versus Sunshine.
Yeah.
Hard.
Secret Royalty, which I don't love unless she's a bitchy hot girl.
Yes.
It doesn't matter to me too.
Unrequited Love, me and Katie are trash.
Yeah.
Best friend sibling, I think that can be cute.
Best. I think it could be hyper cute too. It's
Yeah.
a two.
I think it can be cute, but it's not one that I look
You know what?
forward
Maybe I
to.
should leave these for.
Yeah,
next
leave them
time.
for next
Yeah,
time.
never mind. Let me leave these for
Yeah,
next
yeah,
time.
yeah,
I'll
for
copy
sure.
and paste which ones we haven't done.
Also,
yet.
let me tell you, everyone, the very first love fantasy I made up for myself was meeting my cousin's like pretend best friend, and he was like, "Oh my god, she's so cute," while I was hanging out on the couch playing video games, and I was like, "I'm so." Cool.
Young Maria always loved the idea of like going on vacation and then like falling
know.
for like that was
I
just.
know.
And the thing was, that was never going to be me. I was a very awkward.
I had that too.
My
Where
thing was that a girl could like me maybe someday in some context.
Will.
shut up,
Fucking
William.
downer.
No. I always imagined being by the poolside and eating French fries, and because I was eating French fries, I was cool.
Oh,
And I'm listening. I know. And I'm listening to my iPod, which was cool at the
Super
time.
at the time.
With the white
Yes.
headphones? Yeah.
No, I didn't have that. No, the cool hipster ones. I was hipster
okay, you're
even before
hipster, right,
hipster.
okay.
And so I'm just like sitting by the pool in on my preteen bikini.
Yum.
Nobody picture that. Unless you are a teenager, then it's okay.
But yeah, so you know.
Okay, so so we'll probably do another. I kind of want to come up here when Furiosa comes out in like 2 months. So we may do this again. It's nice doing live streams when I'm here because then I don't have to worry about editing an episode. And these are fun. I think this is fun. We're gonna keep the board, so we can always do these also like on our normal like once type of a thing. But
What?
what?
William, TBH, that wasn't very kind to have you look
No,
at
just
Katie's
leave it,
belly.
just leave it. I'm dead. It's so silly.
I gotta take a look.
No. Get out.
All
Get
right. Thank you everyone for joining us. Again, like this stream. If you're watching this later, you could actually just keep along the whole time and see how you did.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our.
Thank you for coming and
parasocial
chilling out with us.
I'm gonna go have more bagels, which is why
Me too.
I secretly can.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.